One of the major reasons why your TikTok ad is not converting or will not convert is when you target the wrong audience. Wrong audience targeting is going to kill your TikTok ads performance. Now, imagine that you are selling a product to lawyers. When you set your TikTok advertising campaign, you did not know that you went to target doctors and you show this ad to doctors. How are they going to react to that ad? Because you are selling to the wrong audience. They are definitely not going to patronize, and that is why that ad is not going to convert, even if what you're selling is a hot product. A lot of persons do not understand TikTok audience targeting. It's quite different from Facebook or Instagram ads audience targeting. You need to understand how the TikTok audience targeting works, especially the interest-based audience targeting. So you need to learn how to target right so that your ad will convert and you increase your profits. At the end of this video, you will understand how the TikTok audience targeting works and you'll be able to target right for your business. So do well to watch this video to the end so that you don't miss any important information. Log into your TikTok ads manager. To set your audience, you will just follow the same process you set up your TikTok ad. At the right hand corner here, you will see this create ad button. Click on create ad. You know the normal way you set up your TikTok ad, you are going to select your campaign objective. For example, if we are using sales objective, we select the sales objective right here. Then depending on where you're driving sales to, for example, if you're driving your sales to website, just select website. If you don't have website and you want to sell via TikTok DM, then go ahead and use lead generation objective. I've already done the step-by-step video on that. The link will be at the description of this video. Select manual campaign as usual. Scroll down, you will see this continue button. Click on continue, and that will take us to ad group. You already know the process of setting up ad. Let's just go straight to audience targeting. Just scroll down, then you will see targeting right here. TikTok has demographic targeting. They also have device-based targeting. They have content-based targeting, interest-based targeting, and several others which I will explain one by one. For demographic targeting, this is based on location, gender, age, and language. Now, if you see demographics right here, you see that the first thing is location. Now, there are some limitations to TikTok audience targeting based on data security. I believe with time, they are going to improve on their targeting options. Okay. Now, for location, unlike Meta or other advertising platform where you can target globally, even if you're using a particular country ad account, it is not applicable on TikTok. For example, this particular TikTok ad account I'm using is Nigerian TikTok ad account. If you are using a US TikTok ad account, you cannot target Europe. That is just how it is. They will only show you specific countries. Let me show you what I mean. For example, this location here is Nigerian TikTok ad account. If you click on this drop down button to select locations, they will only show you specific locations where you can target. They will not give you the entire world where you can target, unlike what we have on Meta and some other social media advertising platform. For Argentina here, if you click on this drop down button, these are the cities you can target or province you can target in Argentina. That's just how they did it. Now, you will not see UK here because I'm using Nigerian TikTok ad account. You will not see US. These are the available countries here. This is Egypt, Indonesia, Iraq, Kenya, and all that. The same thing applicable to those who are using UK TikTok ad account. There are some countries that you cannot still target. That's just how it is. But for you to proceed with your TikTok ad, just ensure that you set your TikTok ad account on that particular country that you want to be targeting for your ad. That will make it easier for you. If you know that your major audience are US audience, then create a US TikTok ad account. That way you can always be targeting those in the US, right? For instance, if you select the countries you want to target now, this is Nigeria. I've selected Nigeria here. If I also want to target Kenya, I can scroll down. This is Kenya right here. So I'll select Kenya and you see those two countries right here, Kenya, Nigeria. That is how you target for location. Okay. Then the next thing is age. TikTok makes targeting with age specific. You can see that they are doing it by age bracket between 18 to 24. But if you don't want to target people within this age bracket, you will just uncheck it and that one will go off. So for this particular type of targeting, I'm choosing between 25 to 55 plus. Okay. If maybe what you're selling is based on 25 to 54, then you will uncheck 55 plus and it will be on 24 to 54 age bracket. If you scroll down, they also have gender-based targeting, which is still under demographics. This is similar to all other platforms. They have all, they also have male and female. Okay. There is more complex one that a lot of you do not understand, and that makes your ad not to convert properly. That is the interest-based audience targeting, which I'm going to be describing to you shortly. Okay. Before then, we have languages here. here, for languages, you can select the particular language that your audience is. For my own case, my audience are speaking English, so I will select English. For spending power, I will suggest that you leave it at all, because if you go with higher spending power, most times that higher spending power makes your audience size very, very narrow. So I would suggest that you leave it at all. Then scroll down. This is for those who already have custom audience and lookalike audience. So you can include a particular audience set. You can also exclude, maybe if you have been selling to existing custom audience before and don't want them to show in the new ad, then you can just exclude them under here. You click on this drop down button and exclude them. Now you need to pay attention here. For interest and behavior, under this interest-based targeting, TikTok also has content-based targeting. I will explain all of them for you. Now, if you come over here where they say search or select interest and behavior, there's a drop down button here. When you click on that drop down button, it will show you all this. While I selecting them one after the other, first you look at the interest. You target users based on their interest in specific content. That is what TikTok means. This is not your own interest. This is talking about your customers or your prospects' interest. The prospect or the customers that you're targeting, what are they interested in? This is what TikTok is asking you. Now, if you look at vehicles and transportation, and all this interest depends on the kind of product or services that you are selling. Okay, if you just select this, you are going to be selecting holistic vehicles and transportation. But if you want to be more specific, click on this arrow. You see it has a drop down button, so you can be more specific. Those who are interested in automobiles, auto accessories, this is talking about auto parts, other parts and all that. You can see these auto services, auto parts, car rentals, motorcycles, bicycle, water vehicles, car dealership and all that. So if you are only interested in those who want car dealership, you can just select only this instead of adding all this bulk audience that is not part of what you want. I hope you understand how the interest audience targeting works now. Even for auto services, you can see car modification, car maintenance. So there are still more specific ways of targeting. But some of you, when you just click on one, you select all, and it ends up bringing bunch of people that are not your audience. That is what makes most of your ads not to perform on TikTok. Now, if you check automobiles here, there's still drop down button here. Click on the drop down button and you see sedans and SUVs. So which of them are you interested in, or which of these are your audience showing interest in? That's what they mean. After this, just click here again and it will go back. If you come over to food and beverages, like I said, each of these interests depend on the kind of product or service that you are selling. So you select it based on what your audience or what your prospects are interested in. Do you understand now? If your prospects are interested in food and beverages, don't just select this. This is quite holistic. Be more specific. Click on this drop down button here and you will see this is food and fresh produce. This is beverages. Now, if you click on this beverage, there are still other ones here. Are they interested in instant drinks, dairy product, tea, water, coffee, juice, and all that? Cooking recipes. So be more specific with your targeting. The more specific you are, the more accurate your targeting will be. The same thing applicable to your interest. If they are interested in education, you see early childhood and parenthood. You see there are other options here: early childhood and preschool. There are other ones: higher education, primary and secondary education. Now, if you are maybe targeting undergraduate, then you should be focusing on higher education. Then, if maybe you are selling visa for those who want to travel abroad or school abroad, then you should be looking at overseas education. Those who are interested in overseas education, these are your ideal audience, and not those interested in childhood and preschool. So if you don't go ahead to click and check all the details below it, you will end up selecting a holistic audience and you are going to be targeting bunch of irrelevant audience that are not applicable to your product or service. The same thing applicable to apps. Just go through them. These are those interested in socials. So they categorize the apps. This is chatting, marriage apps, messaging apps. So you see that social is very, very vital in your targeting because most of the audience are interested in social. This is audio and video players, news and reading, photography, education, and all that. Those who are interested in educational apps. So that is how you target based on interest. Now let's look at the next one here, which is purchase intention. You click on purchase intention. What this is talking about is you target users who are researching products and have intent to purchase a service or a product from the selected category. It is specifically designed for advertisers seeking to increase conversion. Now, there are some users who have been showing purchase intention in these specific niches, okay, or these specific categories. So if maybe you are into beauty products, you go ahead and click on this beauty product and personal care. There are some people who have made purchase purchase intention in oral care. So click on this drop down button, you will see teeth whitening. So if you are a dentist or you have dental clinic and you are advertising your product, then you should be targeting those who are interested in teeth cleaning, teeth whitening, oral care kits, toothbrush and tools. So you see how specific it is. So if you just go ahead to target beauty, let's assume that you are not a dentist or you are not into dental clinic, but you are selling things that has to do with beauty and personal care. Let's assume that you are into weight loss products, or you are into a healthcare product, or you are selling things that is meant for human hair, for women and all that. This is the one that is specific for wigs and hairstyle. So if you go and target this one, it's a wrong audience set for you. Do you understand what I am explaining here? If you are selling wigs, you should be going for hair care, you should be going for wigs and hairstyling, you should be going for cosmetics. Okay, if you are selling maybe skin whitening soap and all those things, then go for skincare. If you click on the drop down button for skincare, you see body care, facial care, eye care, lip care. If your own is not for eye, then leave eye. If you're selling eyelashes, then you can also select eye care. Do you understand? This is for video interaction. This is the next one. So your users also interact with specific kinds of videos. Are you understanding now? So target users based on videos they engage with in the last 15 days on TikTok. That is how the video interaction works. So if they have ever interacted with a specific kind of video in the last 15 days, then you can be able to target them based on this. Another important category that I use for my specific audience targeting is creator interaction. Here you target users based on the creators they followed or view on TikTok. Now there are some persons who are following creators that have to do with maybe family content, animals, transportation and vehicles, random Photoshop, outdoor comedy and all that. I know that most of my users, they are interested in comedy. Okay, so I will click on this drop down button on comedy and I'll select comedy here. There are a lot of them too who are interested in motivation and advice. They love food and beverage too. If maybe your own audience are very much interested in fitness and health, you can also select it. So that's how you select for creator interaction. Creator interaction to me is a lot specific and better than video interaction. Okay, then the next one here is hashtag interaction. This is what we call content-based targeting. Here you target based on hashtag. There are seasons. For example, we are in the Ember months as at the time of recording this video, and a lot of sales will be going on. People are going to be using hashtag like Christmas hashtag, Cyber Monday, Black Friday, New Year, Green Monday, Fashion Week, and all that. These are hashtags that you can target based on. There are a lot of persons who are looking for Black Friday sales, so you can target based on hashtag. If you click on this hashtag and take notes, the hashtag you target user based on the hashtag they are viewed in the last 7 days. So TikTok only record that of 7 days for hashtag. Take note of all this so that you will know how to target. Okay, for example, let's say you're targeting people who are interested in Black Friday. If they are searching for Black Friday sales and you are using this hashtag Black Friday to target them during that period, if they have ever viewed any content that relates to Black Friday within the last 7 days, you'll be able to target that particular audience. After inputting all these interest-based targeting, you will scroll down and you will see another targeting option, which is device-based targeting. You can target based on OS, based on the operating system that people are using, those who are using Android or iOS. If you scroll down, you will see that there is still other option for device-based. So you can target all, or you click on the drop-down button and you can select the specific audience that you want. For example, if what you're selling is only for Apple users, then you can select Apple as your device model for your targeting. Okay, then the next one is connection type. If you want to target only those using 5G network, you can target it based on the network type. Okay, then another connection type, 4G and all that. But if you want both those using Wi-Fi, 2G, 3G, 4G, 5G, then leave it at all. Okay, for carriers and internet service provider, I will advise that you leave it at all. Okay, then device price, leave it at any price, because the specific price range most times may not be too accurate. Do you understand? Based on various data sets. Okay, then the next thing here is budget and schedule. So you set your budget, set other things, and you publish your ad. If you have any question, just comment below and I'll reply. If you want me to set your audience for you, specifically for the product or service that you're promoting, then you will see my phone number on the screen. You can reach out via WhatsApp or call and I will set your audience for you. Please note, that's a paid service.